बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। अस्सलाम वालेकुम नाज़रीन, आपका मेज़बान वक़ील ख़ान हाज़िर खिदमत है प्रोग्राम सफ़ीर पाकिस्तान के साथ, और आप देख रहे हैं खुसूसी नशरात अबाउट अमेरिकन पाकिस्तानी टेक काउंसिल, जिसका आगाज़ हो चुका है। और इसमें तकरीबन अमेरिका भर से नहायत ही मारूफ साइंटिस्ट प्रोफेशनल लोगों को शामिल किया गया है, और इसका मकसद ये है कि पाकिस्तान में एक हब बनाया जाए टेक का, यानी कि पाकिस्तान शुड बिकम अ टेक हब। इस सिलसिले में अमेरिका में आबाद वो पाकिस्तानी जो साइंटिस्ट हैं, PhD हैं और अपने अपने शोबों में महारत रखते हैं, वो इस सिलसिले में काम करने के लिए सर जोड़ कर बैठ गए हैं। इस सिलसिले में कौंसल जनरल आसिम अली ख़ान ने काफ़ी मेहनत की और इसमें कोऑर्डिनेशन किया, और मैं समझता हूँ कि ये अब वक्त आ गया है कि हमारे वो लोग जो मुख्तलिफ बड़ी बड़ी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, बड़े अदारों के सरबराह हैं, IT में, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक में, इलेक्ट्रिकल इंजीनियरिंग में, साइंटिफिक में, सोलार के अंदर, एनर्जी के अंदर, एग्रीकल्चर के अंदर, बायोटेक के अंदर, वो पाकिस्तान के साथ ताउन करें और हाथ में हाथ डाल के काम करें। इस सिलसिले में पहली मीटिंग जूम पे हुई थी, जिसमें मुख्तलिफ अमेरिका के बड़े साइंटिस्ट और एंटरप्रेन्योर एंड CEO चेयरमैन ने हिस्सा लिया, और वो जूम मीटिंग कामयाबी से हमकिनार हुई, जिसमें मुख्तलिफ लोगों ने अपनी आरा दी और अपने ख्यालात का इजहार किया। मैं समझता हूँ कि अब वक्त आ गया है कि पाकिस्तान को हब टेक में तब्दील किया जाए, ताकि पाकिस्तान टेक्नोलॉजी का सेंटर बने। वहाँ पे कंप्यूटर बने, वहाँ पे चेसी बने, वहाँ पे स्क्रीन बने, वहाँ पे फ़ोन बने, वहाँ पे इलेक्ट्रिक गाड़ियाँ बने, वहाँ पे इलेक्ट्रिक बाइक बने, वहाँ पे सोलार पैनल बने। ये सब कुछ पाकिस्तान में बनना चाहिए, क्योंकि पाकिस्तान इज़ ए यंग नेशन और काफ़ी एबिलिटी है वहाँ के लोगों में, और वहाँ के जो स्टूडेंट हैं और जो अब नई जनरेशन आ रही है वो इंग्लिश में भी अबूर रखती है। तो ये ज़रूरी हो गया है कि ये जो कौंसल बनी है अमेरिकन पाकिस्तानी टेक काउंसिल, जिसमें डेफिनेटली सफ़ीर पाकिस्तान का बहुत बड़ा कंट्रीब्यूशन है कि जिसने ये पूरी टीम पुट टुगेदर की है। नाज़रीन, तो आइए आपको लिए चलता हूँ उस प्रोग्राम में, जूम मीटिंग में, जहाँ से आप तमाम लोगों के ख्यालात जो है वो मुलाज़ा फरमाएंगे। आइए चलते हैं इस जूम मीटिंग में। हफीज़ भाई, आपको पता ही है ना कि द पर्पज़ ऑफ दिस मीटिंग टुडे इज़ टू create awareness here in America as well as among all the technologists, and also to create a tech hub in Pakistan to create more jobs and advancement of the technology in healthcare and IT and automobile, smart buildings, road, highways, communications, which is the world is really going fast. We are little behind it. So अभी तक जो है ना इस प्लेटफॉर्म से कोई ऐसा प्लेटफॉर्म मंदिर यहाँ पे नहीं आया साल से जो टेक के अंदर पाकिस्तान को एडवांसमेंट करे और हेल्प करे और क्रिएट द टेक हब। दो देयर आर सो मेनी बिग कंपनीज इन सिलिकॉन वैली एंड इन वेस्ट कोस्ट एंड ईस्ट कोस्ट, बट देयर इज नो कलेक्टिव एफर्ट्स। तो दिस इज अ ग्रुप इंशाल्लाह टेक इनिशिएटिव on the subject. So I'll start with Dr. Sohail Masood Saab. आप कुछ कहना चाहेंगे? You're a successful entrepreneur, businessman. You've been involved in technology with Baxter, inventing the pumps. So, and your company doing mashallah $1.5 billion is a very proud company. So आपको इसलिए लाए हैं टीम में कि you give the business vision to the tech council कि what is the opportunity in the healthcare field.
सबसे ज़्यादा IT की मुकाबले सबसे ज़्यादा IT का जो अभी नीड्स हमारी हेल्थ केयर में तो बहुत ज़्यादा नीड्स हैं हर तरह की, फ्रॉम प्रोटेक्टिंग पेशेंट्स इंफॉर्मेशन जो EMI वगैरह के जरिए, सेकेंडली जो हमारी डिफरेंट इंडस्ट्रीज हैं, इमेजिन के बिलियंस ऑफ डॉलर्स की कंपनी जो हैं, वी आर स्टिल वर्किंग ऑफ द मॉम एंड पॉप काइंड ऑफ technology, so there is a big need for home health, home inclusion, ancillary providers who have some kind of good platform जो कि affordable हो और जो कि implement हो सके and easy to use. So Carbon Fusion, for example, हम लोग यूज़ कर रहे हैं same program for last 20 years, CPR Plus, लेकिन वो वक्त के साथ साथ obsolete हो रहा है वो।
ठीक है, ज़बरदस्त डॉक्टर साहब। मेरे ख्याल से फवाद साहब भी आ गए। थैंक यू वेरी मच फवाद। आसिम भाई, आर यू देयर? जी, आसिम अली खान साहब।
अस्सलाम वालेकुम वकार साहब, हाउ आर यू?
आई एम वेरी गुड माशाल्लाह, थैंक यू वेरी मच आसिम भाई। आपकी इंक्लूजन एक्चुअली
You are the brainchild of this idea and the concept. I am just a laborer and worker and volunteer to coordinate with all my contact nationwide. I served Geo 15 years. What I collect all this data. So आसिफ साहब थोड़ा सा ब्रीफ करें जो आपका आइडिया द कॉन्सेप्ट है जो आपने मुझसे इंटरव्यू दिया था. तो हमारे माशाल्लाह आसिम अंसारी साहब हैं, PhD सोलर साइंटिस्ट, हफीज़ रहमान साहब जो न्यूक्लियर साइंटिस्ट हैं, फिजिस्ट हैं और बहुत बड़ा काम कर रहे हैं. मुख्तार साहब जो है पालो अल्टो से हैं, साइबर सिक्योरिटी में हैं. और तला इज़ फ्राम एग्रो, इज़ ए PhD आल्सो. जावेद नासिर साहब इन डेटा इसमें है, चिप्स टेक्नोलॉजी में. अली खान इज़ आल्सो द इन साइबर सिक्योरिटी. और फवाद साहब इज़ बायो scientist, mashallah. Zubair Rao is in Apple system, and Mr. Vajat is...
Assalamu alaikum everyone. Thank you, Waqar sir. Sorry for being a little late. There was, some confusion about the meeting link, so I was trying to log in with IDs. And thank you to all of you meeting, and Waqar sir, congratulations to you for initiating work on this forum. This is officially the launch of
Pak US Tech Council. So I think it is very important that we take this forward and make it a live forum. There are other forums for us like different chapters of Open. Most importantly, Open Silicon Valley chapter. They are dedicated to working in the IT sector. So in Southern California, there was a need to have this type of forum to work in the IT sector. So let me give you a brief background of what we think about this forum and what we can do together. So I will give you brief facts about Pakistan first, although in bits and pieces we talk about these things, we hear about these things on different forums, but I will try to consolidate my thoughts here. To put the things in context, Pakistan, is the fifth largest country in the world, most populous. So, meaning thereby Pakistan is the fifth largest economy and fifth largest market in the world. This is a very, very important fact. Wherever I get a chance to highlight this fact, we need to invite attention of our friends here and interested investors and companies that this is the fifth biggest market in the world. Now the little issue is with our region that we are juxtaposed. We are juxtaposed with the first and the second biggest economies in the world. Rather, we have land borders with first and so whenever any American company or investor or any other policymaker they look at the region, they try to compare it with the first and second. So we should not, I think, associate ourselves with the first and second, otherwise we will always be dwarfed. We don't want to be dwarfed due to the fact that they are further, the first and second biggest economies in the markets in the world are just across our borders, and perhaps due to some certain political and certain other reasons, there would always be a preference for companies and investors in the region. So we need to put Pakistan's situation in the context that we are the fifth one. As far as the size of economy is concerned, Pakistan is the, from nominal point of view, 40th largest GDP in the world, and from the purchasing power parity, it is the 24th largest economy from the point of view of purchasing power parity. So when we put this context, that this is the size of economy and size of the market, then Pakistan's connectivity with the region, then what are the benefits of going to Pakistan? It's a growing market. It is a very, very young country. Young population means it is at least 60% population is under the age of 25. And under the age of 35, 75% population. So it's a very, very young country. It means you will have an assured supply of labor in this market for at least next 50 to 60 years assured. It's not a declining population like any other country. It's not a static population. It is a growing population. So you will have a young blood in the market, educated, well-trained, well-skilled. Yes, there is some need for training them, the workforce, in specific sectors, in specialized fields in future. According to our requirement, whoever goes to Pakistan, they will have to train them, but these trainings would be very, very
useful and profits would be worthy of this training. There are some facts about
Pakistan's IT and telecom market. Pakistan again has a 190 million cellular subscribers in Pakistan. 190 million, over 190 million to be precise. In last year there were 193 million subscribers of cellular phone and over 150 million subscribers of mobile data. This is more than the combined population of many European countries. And the mobile penetration in Pakistan is almost 88% despite some not very encouraging literacy rates. So mobile penetration, mobile data availability, and growing number of mobile phone subscribers in Pakistan. Another fact with Pakistan has a large pool and increasingly large pool of trained and experienced bankers, engineers, lawyers, entrepreneurs, technology-driven professionals, and they have substantial experience about how to work with international markets and the IT business and technology. Now coming to specifically to the IT sector in Pakistan. Pakistan's IT sector has grown exponentially in last 1 decade. During last decade, the growth has invited attention of not only the government, rather many friendly countries. You have seen in last at least 2-3 years, a large number of I would say agreements, collaborations, high-level visits, exchanges, informal arrangements with neighboring countries, especially countries in the Middle East, especially dedicated to the IT sector. That shows the interest of growing number of countries in the IT sector, in the IT industry in Pakistan. Pakistan's universities are producing trained IT professionals. Right now we have a pool of over 500,000 IT professionals in Pakistan, and Pakistan provides the third largest pool of freelancer community in the IT sector. And these numbers are growing at a very fast rate. You should also consider the fact that currently the official literacy rate in the country is below 60%, but even at this literacy rate, the number of IT professionals and number of software companies is huge, and it's very impressive. For example, there are 17,000 software houses in Pakistan and BPO centers both combined. So BPO center and software 17,000. This is more than number of software houses and BPOs in the entire Middle East and Central Asia combined. As I said, more than 500,000 of trained IT professionals. We need to further train them for specific skills. Pakistan is providing IT services exports and exporting IT services to the tune of almost $3 billion. These numbers, $3 billion from Pakistani's point of view are impressive because the growth of IT sector is more than 25% during last 4-5 years, despite the political and economic challenges in Pakistan. So just 25% growth rate in one sector shows that it's a low-hanging fruit with minimal investments. IT investment in IT sector can bear huge profits and returns. Pakistan. So Pakistan's freelancer community, as I said, is third largest in the world, and according to international data, independent data and figures, we provide at least 10% of global freelancers market. And now coming to the United States specifically, out of the $3 billion exports of Pakistan in the IT sector, we export our IT services to the United States for almost $1 billion, and the growth is consistent during last decade, and every year it's growing almost 20%. The government has set very ambitious target of increasing our total IT exports of $3 billion to more than $10 billion in next 3 years. So this is not only a promising opportunity, but a challenge for us, and especially for the early birds. So what our goals are in Pakistan in the IT sector? Our goals are, we want to explore new markets and secure foreign investments in the lucrative IT sector. This is our primary goal, to seek investment in the IT industry. Second goal is to secure opportunities for outreach and foreign investment. And third is to deepen collaborations between big IT companies and medium-sized companies in the United States and in Pakistan. So this is again under the overarching pillar of our economic diplomacy of Pakistan, whose nature has changed over the last few years. Our primary focus of engagement is not seeking aid, it is to enhance trade and seek investments in the sector on a mutually beneficial basis. So it's not seeking any charity, it's not seeking any assistance, it is actually inviting and attracting businesses, companies, investors in Pakistan. And all of you, mashallah, very accomplished people here are in a very good position to not only guide us, not only provide us course correction, but also spread this word about Pakistan's branding. So Pakistan's branding, I think one of the major goal of this Pak US Tech Council should be a country branding as well.
It is a Pakistani American Tech Council.
The Pakistani American Tech Council, thank you. So this should be the country branding. Because I think as compared to India, our country branding has remained weak. I would say we have not missed the boat. We are left a little behind in the tech hubs of the United States. There are various tech hubs, most important being the Silicon Valley, then Southern California, around San Diego, and other parts, but we will restrict ourselves initially to the West Coast. Why Pakistan's IT industry has a bright future and why are we so optimistic? There are many factors. One is the progress achieved during last at least 5 years and largely during last decade. So the expansion of industry is something that encourages us. Secondly, the forecast about our the best resource we have is the human resource. The forecasts and the data, how many people our academic institutions are sending in the IT market. So it gives us ample ground to sustain this momentum. Then third one, most important one is one of the most important ones is the favorable government policies. If we have time, and I want everybody to speak and participate and share their thoughts. If you have time in the later part of discussion, I can share a presentation also maybe in the next meeting. Another important factor for the businesses, especially American business, is it is cost effective. One company which is based in Silicon Valley, you all know PayActive. They have 1,200 employees in Islamabad in their back office. And they tell me that as compared to India, the cost is 6 times less in Pakistan, the cost of operation. It is very, very cost effective to operate in Pakistan, and reliability factor is as good as India's, although their workforce is more trained and professional, and they are more trained especially to work with the US market. And lastly, as I said in the beginning, our location that makes us perfect, because neighboring markets, Middle East, especially Central Asia, they look towards Pakistan to provide not only services but trained human resource, because they lack this resource. And one of the most important, another factor also, is our English language capability. We sync with international markets, especially English speaking world, because of our language, which many East Asian countries and Southeast Asian countries don't have as much as we have. So I will stop here, and I would request everybody to share their thoughts. Waqar Sahab, back to you.
Thank you very much, Janab Asif Ali Khan Saab. shedding lights on about what are the opportunities and what we can do together. So here is beside the IT is the one sector, but here is multiple purpose people here, including Mr. Hafiz Rahman Saab is a nuclear physicist, former professor and working on the big energy project. Janab Asif Ansari Saab is the former advisor of energy to the Barack Obama administration. Mr. Wajahat is our president of this council. He is General Motors and working the driverless car, and of course Mukhtar Saab is in cyber technology. Ali Khan is also in cyber technology. Fawad is the biotech technology. Nasir is chips and memory cards expertise. Tala is of course very important for our country because he is a PhD in agriculture economic, So Zubair Rao is an Apple system. So I would like to start with Hafiz Rahman Saab.
Assalamu alaikum everybody. Just to introduce, my name is Hafiz Rahman. I was a faculty member University of California, Irvine and UC Riverside. IT is very important, but somehow Pakistan, in my opinion, they start late. I mean, in 90s, Pakistan was it did not pick up. So another area which is called energy, which is the biggest problem on planet Earth, that clean energy. Now 84% of the world energy is produced by coal, oil and gas. It created a global warming, and because of that, of course, sea temperature rises the whole globe, and because Pakistan has one side mountains, and when these clouds goes toward mountain, there is a big floods, which we have seen last 2-3 years. So global warming is the biggest challenge, and clean energy, the whole world is trying to get that. One of the clean energy is thermonuclear energy, which was like all the stars in the universe are powered by fusion energy. On Earth, experiment was done, but in the form of hydrogen bomb. Since then, the world is trying to build a reactor based on thermonuclear. I was just in Marseille, France. 37 countries, they are building the largest fusion reactor called ITER. It's over 30 billion, 37 countries. Unfortunately, Pakistan was not there. India was playing a major role over there. And I was there for 3 weeks, and probably I was the only Pakistani there. So there are 3 approaches, and we've developed one approach at UC Irvine, and we built a company around that. And I think our approach is one of the best, and we recently got very astonishing results. So hopefully this thermonuclear energy will be in the market within 5 years. But unfortunately, Pakistan has not even started thinking about that. There is no project in Pakistan, as far as I know. There is a nuclear energy, nuclear reactor, but nuclear reactors create a lot of pollution, a lot of nuclear waste. So it's not acceptable. So thermonuclear is like from 1 gallon of water, you can get as much energy as 300 gallons of gasoline. And right now, the world is spending over $50 billion in this field. There are 43 companies. Our company is one of the main companies. Private investors and government funding both comes. Department of Energy. And first time I got a Pakistani investor. Normally other investors come, no Pakistani investors, because so I think this is one of the area which Pakistan should consider too. It's just like right now IT is very hot. it will bring many dollars. But I think it is the biggest challenge. And I'm pretty sure for 5 years from now, we all will be trying to look for clean energy because we cannot survive without that.
Thank you, Mr. Hafiz Rahman Saab. It's very important. If you don't have energy, if you don't have a power in Pakistan, how are you going to run the call centers and internet centers and IT department? It's very, very important for our export.
Our economy too.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Hafiz Saab. And I would like to invite Mr. Asif Ansari Saab. He's a great scientist in energy and technology. Dr. Asif Ansari Saab.
Assalamualaikum everybody. I'm glad to see you all here. I'd like to sort of take a step back and talk about what is the mandate of our group and what do we hope to accomplish and what can be accomplished, what's reasonable to expect. And in that context, I would say that the important thing is we all care about Pakistan. We just want to make a difference. We just want to don't sit here and talk and nothing really happens. We want to make change, affect change. And I say that in the context that I've been a serial entrepreneur most of my life. Basically a technologist. So I take a different perspective on technology. But those were successful, even though they were in the context of collaboration with the government. And then there were ones that were not successful, and those were mostly in the context of developing solar and distributed energy sources in Pakistan. And there are reasons for that, and it's unfortunate that it didn't work, and I would say that it's been a very interesting experience. So I have a fairly good calibration in terms of what works and what doesn't work. Things change, but nevertheless, it's not pleasant to be involved in things that didn't work. So I look to success. I look to make a difference. In that context, I just want to sort of touch upon the IT, for instance. $3 billion is impressive in terms of what we're doing. But I believe it's important that, in order to expand that, we need to focus on IT education, which, if you compare to the Indians that do about 193 billion in exports, IT exports, into the IT sector and growth in the IT sector. Entrepreneurship is something that's also very important. You just can't always rely on outside companies coming here and investing in Pakistan. You want to promote entrepreneurship. IT entrepreneurship is relatively easy. All you need is a computer and a smart kid. The basic level of that is just an app, So, we should encourage entrepreneurship. We should have institutions of small venture capital which can invest in small ventures ideas in the IT sector. But this requires a policy and a commitment. And it's not going to happen overnight, but we got to start. And if we don't start, we're going to miss the boat one more time. My son is at Stanford, and one of his classmates is from Karachi. He came from Karachi. He's at Stanford, finishing up his master's, his bachelor's program in computer science. And he has, Stanford has offered him a paid contract to promote, to develop a Stanford-like IT program at a university in Pakistan. So he's been trying to find a university that'd be willing to accept that, but he's having a hard time because nobody wants change. Which is just mind-boggling to me. Imagine that if you have an opportunity, there's no university in the world that trains IT professionals like Stanford does. And if Stanford is offering to develop a program at your university for IT, why would you even think more than a second? So So I mean, those are the things that are sort of
Excellent.
frustrating.
Ansari साहब, excellent. आपका बहुत अच्छा proposal है, and that's the way we have to go. Education in IT, and now I'd like to invite Dr. Saab. You want to say? He's our chairman of the board, PTC, Dr. Suhail Masood.
So definitely, we all know that Pakistan needs a lot of help in each and every department, and if they're willing to take the help, then I think the goal should be we provide ourselves, and we are open to helping Pakistan if we are approached the right way and we are asked to help. Same thing, I started slowly. Initially, all the concerns we have about the quality of people in Pakistan, and although it is growing and the IT part, but like Asif Saab said, the quality may not be there. So we need to improve the quality of everybody, including just saw in our cricket team how they badly played in the games. It shows you the kind of thought process in Pakistan is not very conducive to growth and change and new things, and I'm just hoping that our organization and others, including Open and any other physician organizations and whatever not we have, we all can help Pakistan. But I think the connection to Pakistan we have is through our Sidhi Sahab here and our ambassador. So as we work closely with him and the ambassador Sahab, I think it will give us more reasons to go and do things in Pakistan if we have faith in the leadership of Pakistan in America. So growth is needed. Pakistan is left way behind everybody else in the region, and I'm not saying that everybody is saying it, including we are left behind from India and Bangladesh. So Pakistan needs to really start moving faster. IT is something, and definitely, like you said, Asif Saab, AI really is going to make a major change in how IT works, and most of the things that we're talking about today may be redundant in the next 5 to 10 years if we are not following the AI growth. So one of the focus I think our group should have is where the AI will go and how we can lead Pakistan and ourselves into the new AI direction. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Saab. And I would like to invite Dr. Sana Khan. He is already working the AI project. Dr. Sana Khan, are you there? Dr. Sana Khan, he is very, closely worked with the artificial technology, mashallah, and Mr. Bilal.
Let me try, Bilal.
Okay.
Assalamu alaikum. So my name is Sana Khan. Actually, to be honest with you, I'm very confused. I'm very confused about the future. When we start talking about outsourcing and telling, with youth that are coming up, when you're talking about this generation of 60% under 25, this group here right now. Alhamdulillah, we've all been successful, but we grew up with much more of a predictable future than this generation of ours, that's 2025. I became a doctor, my parents said, when I became a doctor, it's very predictable, okay, the physician, I'm going to earn X, Y, and Z, maybe, more or less, job security and whatnot. I can tell you right now that what I'm working on with radiology and AI, pretty much in about 5 years, many of the radiologists will be on the job. So what happened to that prediction, right? I mean, if we're talking about training our kids to basically program, I'm sorry to tell you, but AI is going to do most of the programming. What are the kids going to do? I mean, so we really need, and I think, I think you asked a good question, what's the purpose of this group? We need to evaluate that. And I think that the purpose for me, the way I see it, really is for us to kind of brainstorm about what direction do we want our Pakistani children to go into. What's going to happen in the future over there when the rest of the world is using robots to build homes
Are we trying to train our kids to build, brick and mortar? It's not going to work. You're going to have 3D printing, basically building homes. So I don't want to go too much into, I think the purpose today was trying to sort of learn about each other a little bit, but we need to have a grander vision of when this 25-year-old becomes 40 in the middle of their earning capacity 15 years from now. What is the world going to look like? It's not going to look like what we're thinking today. We cannot be trying to compete with India and blah, blah, blah on telemarketers. Even AI people and whatnot, it's going to be just a very different world. And I can tell you from, I'm a physician, but I'm involved with MRI physics and with AI based evaluation of imaging now. My world is going to change significantly, but I will bet with you that each one of your worlds are going to change significantly. I can give you some predictability in terms of radiology and medicine in the near future, when 5 years from now. Maybe you can too, and maybe that's the discussion this group needs to have, so we can talk to somebody and say, that's right, go back to the government or whoever the power may be and say, hey, this is what our brain trust is telling you. Are you interested in going that direction or not? Because I can tell you right now, as private citizens, we can do so much. And I have done whatever I could, I think quite a bit in the last number of years, but it's still a drop in the bucket. Unless you have a government that actually understands what is going to happen in the future versus worried about their next election and who's going to get this punditry and who's going to get this imam, Pakistan is going to get stuck. We will not only get left behind, we're going to be those colonies in the Hunger Games movies. So that's what I'm going to stop right there, but I think we need something to think about and what the purpose of this group is and how we can help Singhai and people of Pakistan.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sana Khan Saab. Definitely you are working in AI since long time. I know that you have built one of the largest MRI group, and definitely you're a philanthropist, definitely you are in the technology side. The purpose of this group definitely to help Pakistan how to be advanced in the technology in all kind. In of course IT is a big, but there are so many technology like the big problem nowadays is the cyber technology, which is very important. Now I would like to move to the Mukhtar Sheikh. Is in Palo Alto, and he is one of the guru and startup the companies. Mr. Mukhtar Saab, you are on.
Yes, thank you, Akarbait. Yes, I think very fascinating conversation so far here. I think I agree with some of the speakers they have said. I think I want to go back again where we started from in terms of trying to understand what are our objectives here, what are our goals, what are we trying to achieve, right? Beyond, and of course this is the kickoff, but it would have been good to have that, what is it statement, what is our vision that we want to achieve, and then put some, of course, milestones, and how would we achieve those milestones, what is needed, what are the resources, what different, intersections of different technologies and different aspects of industries that we want to bring it together. I come personally from a networking background. I started in the industry about 30 years ago, and I think Dr. Saab was saying something about, I think AI will do everything in future, whatever new generation is going to do. While I do agree, I think, in my opinion, we are at the juncture of a very phenomenal, point in the when we look back in the history, that this will be very transformational. When I saw that in early 90s, mid 90s, networking, internet was being built, and that was the biggest thing that has happened over the last 30 years. But we won't be talking to each other like this if the internet was not there. And I understand that technology very well. The second inflection point in the IT came in the form of
building the cloud infrastructure and consuming cloud that made everything so easy for all the entrepreneurial, ideas that can incubate and the products out of that. Just post it in the cloud and it's done, right? The latest one that we are talking about is the AI, which is bigger than anything that we have seen. And I do agree that when people be talking about, working, doing this automation, and robots should be doing everything, whatever you will be doing, or whatever, while that is true, I think there are still, we are not even scratching the surface. AI is still, for the most part, is talk. Out of that, maybe only a small percentage will be at the same level and power with what is required in most of the as the talent is coming from other countries. Energy self-sufficiency. Without that energy, if you don't have power, I'm going to run the business, or what I'm going to do. And telecommunication, while I think we are saying that we have 180 million subscribers, I think there are a lot more infrastructure-wise needs to be done. I will give you one example. Everyone on this call is in US, right? Is that a right assumption?
Yes.
Right? Why they have the same call, a Zoom call with Pakistan, when people are in Pakistan? Doesn't work. There's a delay, there's a bandwidth problem, that's that basic infrastructure, right? While we are saying that, and then people are doing this, their companies doing it, but I think a lot more need to be done, a lot more is desired there.
Zabardast, yeah. Mukhtar Saab, thank you very much.
I want to stop here. We have to again.
Yes.
I mean, it's a great initiative. We need to come together. A lot of collaboration can be done.
Thank you, Mukhtar Sheikh Saab, and thank you very much. Wajahat is the one really introduced Mukhtar Sheikh. I'm going to stay a little bit in Silicon Valley now. I will go to Mr. Ali Khan. He's recently working currently on cyber security, and he is launching the one company of cyber security, and he want to hire a lot of people from Pakistan, young educated people. Nasir, you are on. Ali Khan.
Thank you, Muqaddam. Assalamualaikum. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you, guys. So I've spent the last 35 years of my life here, growing up in Pakistan. Growing up in America from Pakistan. My family moved here when I was 5 years old from Lahore. So we're very proud to bring our Pakistani roots to America, and through this group carry the mission forward of our language, our culture, our food, and our technical capabilities that we bring from engineering, not just from computer science, but as Asif mentioned, from mechanical engineering, from fusion energy, from all these different efforts that this beautiful team, inshallah, will achieve. So I've spent the last 10 years working with Chief Information Security Officer, building capacity for enterprise cybersecurity organizations in the Fortune 500 sector. So I've worked with almost every large bank and Fortune 500 company in deploying technologies like Palo Alto Networks or Cloud Networks to Microsoft to all types of different cloud security solutions. So what I've learned is that in companies I work with in the past and in the future, that startups that I plan on launching, and I think we can do that if we can influence those people. So I think grassroots efforts are very important, but top down, we need to be able to work with CEOs at Fortune 500 companies, security leaders, technology leaders, CIOs, CTOs, to convince them that Pakistan is just as equally innovative, just as equally talented, just as equally open-minded as our neighbors on the India side and on other parts of the world. So I think there's just a small little opening that we need to create to open up a wealth of opportunity for the young, talented technologists, engineers that are sitting in Pakistan that can help their families, support their families financially, economically. So that's my vision for joining this group, and inshallah, I want to help you guys accomplish that.
Thank you, Mr. Ali Khan. I would like to move to our one of the pioneer, Mr. Wajahat. San is definitely working very interesting project, driverless car. Wajahat, what is your input?
Wakar, could you put me in the later stage because I'm still waiting for Imad to join.
Okay. So now I would like to move to the Nasir Saab. Nasir Javed, he is a technologist and in the memory cards since many years. He attended many meetings in Silicon Valley. Nasir bhai, what's your take?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you very much, Wakar, for starting this group, and NEF, and again, Craig, Asim Saab for contacting Wakar to do this. Any effort made to improve or do something to elevate Pakistan is a welcome gesture, and I always am there to support and help in any way I can. So I will just be very brief. I'm really, I agree with Asif and Ansari to have a mission, vision. For example, how do we define success of this group? For example, after all our efforts, whether we work for a month, year, 10 years, 100 years, whatever the time frame is, what is success looks like. So thank you, Asif, for bringing that. I also agree with Dr. Soul Masood, an old friend, that the quality of students or graduates or professionals coming needs to be improved. And to just share what I'm doing, since I've been, Vikas very rightly said, I've been doing this for a very long time, but make a little difference. So first one that I'm working on is enabling others, promoting entrepreneurship, helping startups. So I think Asif had mentioned that, we need to enable local young students, entrepreneurs to be able to bootstrap, start companies, to start contributing to the economy of the country. So first thing with what I'm doing is enabling others to become self-sufficient and start businesses. Yeah. And how can we contribute? So the way we are doing it is that we are trying to teach, trying to enable engineers, software programmers who are coming out of the universities, and we're training them into generative AI so that they are employable. So we have done 2 boot camps with 50 students each as a prototype, and in teaching these young professionals generative AI, getting them certified, and giving them some soft skills so that they can be employable. And the good news is that the results of those 2 boot camps with 50 students each were remarkable, and we are really encouraged. So we plan to even scale that. So this is where we're seeing that we don't want to miss the boat in generative AI. So let again enable young professionals coming out. And again, these are all non-profit ventures. So none of this is my core business, and I haven't spoken about my business in this conversation. But the context here is how we help Pakistan, and these are the 3 areas we are working on. And
Thank you, Mr. Nasir Javed. Nasir Javed, I want that you have to really help Pakistan to build this memory cards and chips technology. That's your area of the expertise, and I need you be there. Thank you very much. Thank you, Nasir Javed Saab. Now I will move to the all the way Sacramento. He's a very young man. He's a PhD in agroeconomy, and I think he is the backbone. He can be a backbone for Pakistan agriculture industry. His father and him running about 15,000 acre land of the rice production. I have seen with my own eyes. Tanak, would you please speak out about what's your role, how you can be help our country in agriculture technology?
Yeah, assalamualaikum everyone. It's an honor to be with all of you, really brilliant minds, and it's been an interesting discussion. So yeah, just a little bit about myself. I'm actually born in the U.S., but I've had very strong ties to Pakistan my entire life. I've been to Pakistan a lot throughout my entire life, and here I did my PhD in the program is called Horticulture and Agronomy. It's basically agricultural sciences at UC Davis, and I currently am working as a staff researcher at UC Davis. I'm a lot younger, so I don't have 30 years of experience like most of some of you guys do. But I do have ideas, and I think I have a unique challenge because I have the challenge of applying something that's the most cutting edge in terms of technology and AI to the world's oldest occupation, which is agriculture. And it's definitely not part of my language, not as sexy of a field or area of working. There's definitely not as many opportunities for cutting edge technology, but there certainly are actually. And I do appreciate Council General Asim Saab and Waqar Saab for putting together this initiative. I think it is a bit encouraging to see the invitation coming from the Pakistani government side trying to do something. That's at least they're trying to do something, which is encouraging. I think one area that is definitely is a big opportunity for information, for technologies, mechanization. Pakistan is very, very behind in terms of mechanization of agricultural technology. Everything's being done manually, and I agree. The use of we have a lot of people, and the use of technology could potentially put people out of jobs. But I also I'm just naive or optimistic. I kind of look at the glass half full. I think as the application of technology may replace jobs, but it also creates jobs in other ways that we haven't had really thought of. So mechanization potentially going towards away from manual labor to machines, and actually I think this is a great opportunity to use robotic machines and AI self-autonomous machines to do a lot of the manual labor in the field. In terms of I don't know of, there's probably someone out there doing this, but I don't know many examples of people using self-automated tractors or self-automated implements in fields, because it's honestly it's so mindless and brainless to prepare and work up a field. Basically, you just need someone in the tractor to take it to the end of the road and turn it back. And I feel like actually AI and self-automation could be very helpful, because having a self-automated tractor can be a lot more efficient, a lot more use resources a lot more efficiently in time, and actually be able to do a better job and be more productive.
Yeah, Dr. Tala, I've seen your agriculture field GPS technology be used, putting the fertilizers, seeding, watering, and everything. A very accurate way. that also be doable. Inshallah ta'ala, we'll discuss more about agriculture with you and in this forum. Now I would like to really invite Janab Zubair Rao. He is almost 40 years in the IT business and computer business, and he is looking forward to transfer some technology to manufacturing telephone system in Pakistan. Zubair.
Assalamu alaikum everybody. My name is Zubair Rao. I'm President and CEO of Advanced Microsystem, doing business as DeviceLand. From over 40 years I've been involved working with Apple computers, selling their product and services, and selling their millions of dollars of product on a regular basis. From last 5 to 7 years, we start purchasing the large inventory of Apple used equipment from Apple and refurbishing in Los Angeles and selling these products all over. This costs us more for refurbishing because all the services we have available local here, warehousing, fixing and repairing all those things. So all those things can be done in Pakistan. How? That's what we are working on. Other thing is all these accessories, a lot of these small accessories, iPhone accessories, which have been we're bringing those from China, and instead of bringing those from China, we can have those items built, assembled in Pakistan and start selling in Pakistan and neighboring countries. Same thing with when India started this business for iPhone business. They started refurbishing their iPhones from taking the iPhone from US and all taking to India, refurbish them and start selling it, which Apple likes it. Then they start giving them little by little more and more, and now they have improved a lot in working with the Apple and selling, manufacturing and making a lot of Apple equipment. So for us, it's a time to see that what our vision is and what we can do, what I can do. I have to look into myself that what I can take to Pakistan and how I can put my 2 cents to Pakistan. If we all together as a group, we can think that what is how we can benefit to Pakistan by our connection, bringing some large companies investment or from small companies and manufacturing, how we can do it. So this is the time we can do it. Apple never invents things. They always do it the right way at the right time. When Apple, they used to be a Walkman. Apple introduced AirPod, and then there used to be iPhones. But Apple did the right way to invent the iPhones. And same thing with the tablets and become iPads. So for us, we don't have to look into that we are late, we are behind the race. But we want to do the right way. We want to catch the right technology, and with the right group, we can do it much better than, and we can overtake whatever other people are doing.
Thank you very much, Mr. Rao. I think that's the whole game here, the idea and the concept of Asim Ali Khan Saab. How do we transfer technology? How do we do advancement? How do we create the tech hub in Pakistan? Do small things. That's why the purpose of this group, inshallah ta'ala. Now I'd like to move forward. The very important person, Ahmad. Ahmad, you want to?
Ji, Assalamualaikum. My name is Ahmad Mehman. I'm based in New Jersey. And I'm working for a 5G mobile operator. Basically, I moved back to US in 2020. Before that, I used to live here for 15 years, moved back to Pakistan in 2005. So I joined in Pakistan Telecom Authority as Director General Technical, and I saw the biggest problem in Pakistan was the unemployment of the youth. So I wanted to do something for them. So I initiated the 5G test and trials in Pakistan in 2017 and 18. I prepared the framework for Internet of Things. So the idea was that finally a products that our students do, I thought maybe it would be better instead of looking for jobs, they can convert those projects into viable businesses, and whatever support we can provide
the previous speaker, the young guy from UC Davis, he also said that we need regulatory support. So my focus was to create ease for them through regulations. So give them licenses for frequencies so that they can start their own IoT businesses. So that was way back in Pakistan. Last week I was interviewed for the position of member international coordination at Ministry of IT and Telecom, and their focus was also to promote exports from Pakistan, especially the IT and telecom sector, and their target was to increase from current 5 or 6 billion to 15 to 18 billion within the next 4 years. So there are many capable companies and very useful products which are being developed in Pakistan. All they need is exposure to where we live now in the US, Europe, and other markets. So
Excellent.
it's good to hold. Just 1 second.
Yeah.
So it's good to hold the trade exhibitions in these countries, but that's one-off activity. I thought maybe to take this target as we do for our personal business, like form a startup company which can market products from Pakistan and act as a middleman and take their commission from whatever contracts they are able to generate or gather from US or Canada or Europe, and so work as a startup, not like a government level trade mission coming once in a while and trying to connect with the local people. So that's one idea which I think is doable.
That's an excellent idea. Inshallah, I will discuss with Council General to really organize this kind of a seminar and exposition for the IT exposure of Pakistan. Wajahat, you, and then I have to go to my His Excellency Janab Asim Ali Khan Sahab. Wajahat.
Yeah, is this my turn? Okay, thanks a lot, Waqar bhai, and also appreciate Asim bhai, Council General, to provide this platform. So let me give a little bit my background. Before I go by background, just to I think one thing I want to make a comment for brother. I think Talha Rahman, you mentioned about the AI autonomous car. I think we already have one tractor that's been already built who runs autonomously, and also with the solar. I'm not sure if you have that information. So it's already built here in Silicon Valley and is available globally. So I think it's a good technology that can be used in Pakistan, and it's something that you wanted to explore. And also, Brother Nasir Iqbal, you were talking about hardware side, PCB or something. That's something my expertise. So I don't want to take much time because it's just a kickoff first meeting, and more wanted to introduce myself. So I reside here in Silicon Valley for more than 30 years. So my expertise in the hardware side, semiconductor, IC chip, this is what I've been doing. And so I work in leading semiconductor companies. Currently I'm in a Marvel Semiconductor, but before I work in autonomous automotive related semiconductor companies like GM and Philips Semiconductors, NXPs, and then the Qualcomms of the world. So my main idea here is to make a plan in a way that we take action. So we have been talking a lot of good ideas, but we have to make a plan in a way that we call it the short-term plan and the long-term plan. So the short-term plan, honestly, what I'm looking for future, at least we build one or create one startup company within a year in Pakistan. So Pakistan has a lot of talents in terms of electronics or electrical wise, but the problem is we don't have a structure where we can build a company. If I take the example, let's say we do business, a lot of business with Israel. Israel always have companies that come for startup, and you hear that they're having companies, they're building 50 or 60 companies every year. So Israel is a standout. So we can take sort of a benchmark and compare with those countries, how they come up with these kind of companies to produce in the world. So Pakistan has a lot of opportunities, as I said, but I think in terms of the infrastructure, in terms of the knowledge, they probably are kind of like behind on this kind of understanding how to build those companies. So I think I discussed this, Asim Bhai, one time with you, but I think this is a long discussion. I don't have much time to dwell on this one, but I'm trying to put together sort of plan in the next meeting, hopefully, where I can present this idea and also discuss in detail about how we can create the company in Pakistan within 1 year that can be as a startup company, and we can hire more people in terms of the electronic side or semiconductor side, and what is the plan to build that company and to scale up in next 3 to 5 years. I think this is what probably I wanted to stop here because there are other people in the lineup, but the things that I wanted to emphasize is my plan to put together. Hopefully in the next meeting I can propose that plan with other team member, and then we can discuss further on that.
Thank you, Mr. Wajahat. You are the pioneer president of this PTC. And look, actually, Asim Ali Khan Sahab asked me, can we have this meeting physical? It's very short time, and I have to see the schedule of this CEOs, the companies. They are available in West Coast region, so we can have a one physical meeting. As Asim Ali Khan mentioned to me that he is planning a one big startup convention, a meeting in Silicon Valley in collaboration of this Pakistan American Tech Council and the government of Pakistan. So Wajahat, Mr. Mukhtar Sheikh and Mr. Ali Khan, you are based in Silicon Valley, so you start working on that. And now I would like to go to Mr. Asim Ali Khan Sahab. He listened, he heard everyone. So what his conclusion and what is his statement?
Mukhtar Bhai, I think I probably what's his name? Fawad Bhai.
Is Fawad Bhai there?
He's still.
Fawad is a biotech, is very, very important personality in biotech industry. Inshallah, I will bring him again. Okay, Mr. Asim Ali Khan.
Wakar Sahab.
Ji, you are on board.
Ji, thank you. Achha. Thank you, everyone. I think we had a good initial discussion in the first meeting. I appreciate the time. It's already 90 minutes over, and I know it's Friday, but I think the first meeting, what we achieved today was knowing each other, our capacities and our objectives and our thoughts. This was, I think, good in that respect, that we now know each other and each other thoughts, what we are trying to achieve. I think some speakers hit the nail. Asif Ansari Saab, Dr. Sana Khan, Nasir Saab and others, they rightly said that we need to be first very clear what we are trying to achieve here. It shouldn't be a talk shop. Everybody's time is very precious, I know. It is such a vast field, we cannot just achieve anything by just talking. So what I propose, before the next meeting, we should have some clear proposals, what we are trying to do through this forum. My objective is to have a clear pathway, what we're trying to do within our means, because this is very time consuming. We are in different time zones also. I would personally prefer to expand this forum. We already have a very distinguished and diverse expertise here in this forum, and I appreciate in the next meeting that I propose that we should have within a month time, as per everybody's convenience. It's summertime also, people are traveling and they have plans. So within a month when we meet, we should have very clear objectives. At least what we should try to do in the next meeting is finalize a plan, what we should be doing, and not very huge, brief points what we should be doing. And my purpose is country branding. Our objective should be, let me give you a brief example. When Indian diaspora abroad, especially in the United States, started building Bangalore as India's Silicon Valley and India's IT industry, 20 years back, India had the same problems which Pakistan has now. So if Indian diaspora had put some preconditions on the table with Indian government and India, that okay, first you fix your problem, then we will help you, then India would not be here as they are now. So any preconditions or any kind of I would say demands or requirements sometimes don't take off. So I think our effort is directed towards resolving those problems in Pakistan, and an effort will contribute to resolution of issues. So just asking Pakistan or the government to first resolve issues and then we will come forward, I think it's a little bit unrealistic, and I think the problems continues to evolve and increase or decrease, but continue to change. The nature of problems continue to change, and we continue to improve upon and move forward. So country branding, first what we have planned a big event in Silicon Valley this year, somewhere around September or October. We are planning a Park US Tech Investment Conference at a large scale, and we are planning to invite a delegation from Pakistan also at the government, including government and private sector, to have a whole day conference, and we would like all of you to join physically in person. We will announce it once we receive confirmation for the participation of Minister for Information Technology from Pakistan. There is a TechCrunch conference somewhere in October, so we're trying to see if she can join TechCrunch and our own first Spark Tech Investment Conference. This will be the start of the big country branding at a large scale, and then we would like to continue the momentum of that. So in this forum would be a key help to us, including both in Southern and Northern California. So Bakar Sahab, I would request you that we reconvene within a month, and then all of us, and if we could gather more people, should bring on the table what they can do. We don't want to put a lot of demands on the table from everybody. Everybody has their own expertise, accomplishments, and contributions, and capacities, of course. So we should bring one or two agenda item everybody, that this is, as a member of this group, I can do, and this is, I think we should be doing. We can work separately also, I think, because we are a diverse group. We don't have to do everything together. For example, 15 people doing the same thing again and again. We can work in our individual capacity, so that, for example, Mr. Ali Khan said, I can do this in cyber security in Northern California. I can something else, Nasir Saab can do something else, Dr. Suhail Saab, Dr. Sana Saab. So everybody of us, Asim Sari Saab, all can chip in ideas. We can make small groups or small committees. So we are open to suggestions. The purpose is to have a common agenda and our own, everybody's contribution. Thank you very much to all of you, and especially to Waqar Saab.
Thank you very much, Dr. Asim Ali Khan Saab, you really spare your valuable time, and of course Dr. Suhail Masood all the way from Boston, Texas, and people from Silicon Valley, Tala from agriculture. See that I'm the one who really doing networking, collaborations, and these people, a lot of people, not sure that few people in the Hajj, the professor at the Long Beach University, the IT and AI specialist, and Mr. Bilal Farooqi, he is a guru of the AI, and Mr. Syed Shahid Hussain is a Honeywell, and she's a lady, she's in a Boeing in space industry. So there's a lot of people not here today because of the Friday and the Hajj, but next time Mr. Asim Ali Khan Saab, everybody going to be on the one table, and definitely will coordinate it. People like Suhail Bhai far away from us, or Dallas, Mr. Numan, he's the inventor of the electric bike. Okay, so I am mashallah very excited. You see guys, you are all very successful, and thank you very much Mr. Asim Ali Khan Saab once again for your cooperation. And this is all I'm doing for Pakistan. My very special program I started called Rebrand Pakistan, which is almost 3 years running on OpTv Global, and inshallah is going to be going soon on HumTv as well. So thank you very much once again. If anybody say anything before leave, we are open.
Can I just make a suggestion here? Can somebody take meeting minutes so that we can have a record of what we
I have all recorded the conversation. The journal recording.
Waqar Sahab, would you also be able to share contact details and names with the group so that we know each other? Most of us know each other, but some.
See, the doctor Mr. Asif Ansari is sonar technologist, scientist. He is in a valley. Mr. Wajahat Hassan is in Silicon Valley. He's a driverless car. And Nasir Javed, you know him, is from Southern California. Dr. Tala Rahman is from Sacramento. He is currently running the very big agriculture feed rice farm. Ali Khan is a cyber technology expert in the Bay Area. Mr. Mukhtar Sheikh is Palo Alto. Mr. Zubair Rao Saab is device land. Dr. Sana is expert MRIs, and Ahmad is 5G technology. Syed Shahid Hussain is in Honeywell. He's looking for a lot of engineers. He's a Sigma expert, and he want to give a lot of work to Pakistan for the space industry. He is very, very enthusiastic. He want to build something for Pakistan. Do they make some parts in Pakistan as other countries doing it? So Mr. Nashad here, not here today. Mr. Fawad is going to be next meeting inshallah, and I'll send you the list, and everybody is a little bit brief introduction. Azim Saab.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. God bless you guys. Thank you very much for your valuable time.
Thank you so much. Take care.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum Nazreen. My name is Wakil Khan. I'm the CEO and the executive producer of OpTv Global. आप देख रहे हैं OpTv Global. नाज़रीन याद रखिए, ये ओवरसीज़ पाकिस्तानियों का प्रोग्राम है. दुनिया भर में जहाँ जहाँ पाकिस्तानी आबाद हैं, हम उनकी बात करते हैं और उनके ओपिनियन और उनके ख्यालात आप तक पहुँचाते हैं, और हम पाकिस्तान की तस्वीर भी पेश करते हैं. याद रखिए, देखते रहिए OpTv ग्लोबल, एवरीवेयर, एनीवेयर, एनी टाइम, एंड ऑल्सो सब्सक्राइब OpTv ग्लोबल. भूलिए नहीं, आज ही हमारे प्रोग्राम को सब्सक्राइब करें, और हाँ, हमारे हर प्रोग्राम को लाइक भी करें. देखते रहिए प्रोग्राम, और हम पेश करते रहेंगे आपके लिए प्रोग्राम. याद रखिए, भूलिए नहीं, इससे पहले कि आप भूल जाएं, टीवी बंद करने से पहले, फ़ोन बंद करने से पहले प्रोग्राम को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए. आप देख रहे हैं OpTv ग्लोबल.
Faber Fusion is a company run by clinicians. When we are looking at a patient, we are looking at the patient's medical needs first. Patient is in the comfort of his or her home. They're watching the TV, they're doing their chores while the infusion is going on. And patient's copay and deductible will be much lower if done at home than in the hospital setting. Home infusion, all in all, is a winning place for getting infusions done.
It is a heartening fact that you may obtain the best return on investment from your knowledge. You can progress by taking one step at a time every day and getting the greatest outcomes. American Education for Foreign Students provides online certification programs to assist you build your job skills in the United States. AMEDFS offers students hundreds of certificates courses worldwide. There are no limits to learning, and with AMEDFS, you can begin your journey of studies by enrolling in these courses at your own pace, no matter where you are in the world. Our certificate programs are cost-effective and can help you improve your skills and knowledge. The best part is that you can learn these courses in your desired duration. We offer countless courses in various disciplines. Many courses are available, including business, information technology, programming, and project management. Our mission is to make high-quality education accessible globally. For more information, visit our website www.amedfs.com or call us on 1909-5762-982.
OpTv is now available on Roku. Please tune in to Roku.
you.